Come in.
Hi, Ryan. Hi. I'm Monica with Clorox. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Well, thank you for meeting with me today.
Yeah, no problem. Have a seat.
Thank you. So I came in a couple weeks ago and I was talking with your assistant, Scott.
Okay.
And he gave me a little bit of background information on your company,
Sure.
but I'd always love to hear more. I'm originally from Missouri, so I'm pretty new to this territory, but since you're a family-based business, are you from Manhattan originally?
I'm actually from Manhattan.
Okay, great. Yeah. Good. And so the whole family kind of pitches in with the business?
Yep, we all help out.
All right, very good.
Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned, I'm from Clorox, so I'm here to talk to you about your cleaning products that you sell at the grocery store here at Alfred's Food and More. And Scott had mentioned that you have 2 different brands already. You have
we have a Spick and Span and geez, I can't even think of it. The other
was
one.
it Fantastic?
Yeah,
was the other one?
Okay.
Very good. So, how are you liking the performance of those and how they're selling in your store?
They seem to sell pretty well. Performance is overall pretty good. A few complaints with the Spick and Span.
Okay. Yeah, he had mentioned some of those complaints. They were the smells, giving people headaches.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. And then maybe the residue too wasn't
a little bit of an
up
issue.
to par.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. And he had mentioned that you have a couple different sizes as well as a variety of the scents as well. Okay, so with those complaints that you've had from customers, do you have to reimburse them for the product? Do they bring it back? How have you heard about those complaints?
Usually we don't reimburse them. We just kind of apologize and tell them maybe to try out a different brand next time.
Okay. And what effect do you think that has on your store, the image overall? Because I know you're a grocery store, you're not particularly a cleaner store. Do you think it has any effect on your overall
I don't think it has a huge
value?
effect. I think most of our customers are pretty loyal. I don't think one little issue is probably going to scare too many of them away.
Okay.
So yeah, I think it's a pretty minor detail.
All right. Well, I'd like to talk to you about some potential today to push more of those cleaning products and see if we can help resolve those problems that you're facing with the one brand.
Tell me about the price. Let's get down to it. How much does the stuff cost?
Well, I'm glad you asked. The price is actually the best part. But if you don't mind, I'll go ahead and tell you a little bit about the product first.
Okay, sure.
And then we can dive right into the price. So we offer the products in 3 different sizes.
Okay.
We have the 22 ounce, the 32 ounce, and then the 64, which is the economy refill size. So I brought with me today 2 of these. This one's the 32 ounce, and then this one's the 22 ounce here. We do offer all-purpose cleaners as well as glass and surface only.
Great.
So, and I think you currently offer both of those in your store selection as well. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. And our products are formulated to be streak-free shine, so they won't leave any of that residue that some of your customers have experienced with the Spick and Span. And in addition to that, the scents are milder scents, so they shouldn't give anybody headaches and cause any skin irritations or anything like that. Very good. So you asked about the price, and I do have a price sheet here that I would like to go over with you.
Okay.
And do you mind if I ask what you're currently retailing your other products for? And I know Scott had mentioned the 20 ounce was the most popular, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Okay. And I think he said that you're retailing that one with the Fantastic for $2.29. Is that right?
That's probably pretty close, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, for us, what we do is we sell by the case. So for both of these sizes here, you'll get 24 to the case. And each of those cases are $36.
Okay.
So, if you think about it there's a little difference in the sizes of those, but it's still the flat rate for the $36.
Do you guys offer any discounts ever?
We do.
That's good.
Yeah, and I was about to ask you that. What kind of discounts do you usually look for? Do you do promotions, in-store advertisements?
Yeah, we have promotions, little kickbacks the companies give us. That's definitely something we look for with our products.
Okay, great. Yeah, with Clorox we do offer a variety of discounts as well as advertising promotions to help you out with that too.
Okay.
So there are a few different discounts depending on the volume that you buy in. If you buy in bulk, obviously you'll get a little bit more of a discount there.
Okay.
And then with the advertisements, we do run our national campaigns, which are always going. They include a freestanding insert coupon in the Sunday paper, and as well as some TV ads too. So you'll get the benefit of that since we're a well-known brand, but you'll also get individual help on your advertising.
Okay. Sounds fair enough.
Yeah. So with the advertising there, what we can do is we can reimburse you if you were to do a 4th-page ad. We could reimburse you for 40% of that advertising.
Great.
Does that sound okay?
That does sound okay.
Okay, good.
So what happens if I buy some of the stuff from you and it doesn't sell? Do you give me refunds for products, or how do you take care of that?
Well, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't worry about that because the Clorox products here are actually the #1 seller in the market. So compared to even the other 2 brands that you already offer, this one is the #1 in the marketplace. So you shouldn't have trouble selling them and getting them off of your...
That's good to know.
Yeah, off of your floor.
Okay, great.
Good. So looking at the different sizes and the different quantities, I did mention the different discounts. And since you had mentioned the advertisement, that's kind of an important issue for you, we do offer different pallet packages. So that would be for if you were to do an end of the aisle display. And you have 15 stores, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yep.
Okay. So for you, if we were to do an end of the aisle display at each of your stores, we could actually get you a 7% discount on that $36 case.
Okay.
And then, like I said, we can throw in the advertisement there too. So in the pallet, there's 50 cases there. And that will help take some of it off of your shelf because I know you do have limited shelf space. So with the end of aisle display, you can move more product toward the end. And that's a good way to make it sell faster and push your inventory like you were asking about before. So does that sound good to do the pallet at each of your 15 stores?
You know, the thing I'm just most concerned about is that, you know, cleaning products all just seem pretty similar to me. I'm not sure there's a big enough difference for me to justify making a switch.
Okay. Are you talking about from your end that you can't see the difference, or from the customer's end?
From my end.
From your end?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. Well, I had mentioned the price before, and ours is $36 a case is what you're paying, but what you're retailing is slightly higher than what you currently are for your other 2 brands.
Okay.
And as you said, you know, customers are going to your store because they like your store, they want to get groceries, they're not as concerned about their cleaning products and the pricing there, so I don't think that the higher price will be an issue for the customers.
Okay.
But it's actually a benefit to you because if you're selling at a higher retail, then you're getting more of that profit margin.
Perfect.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so for ours, the suggested retail for the 22 ounce is $2.49.
Okay.
So that is 20 cents more than you're currently selling.
Not a huge deal.
Yeah, the similar size. But if you do get, you know, 20 cents more times 24 in a pack.
Profits.
Yeah, so we're looking at some more profit per item in addition to the reimbursements that we'll give you there. Yeah, so back to the end of aisle display, do you think that would help you out at your store?
Yeah, I think it definitely would.
Okay, so I'll mark that down, and with that, it contains a mix of sizes and scents.
Okay.
So out of those sizes, which do you think would sell more from your end?
I think usually the bigger is better. People, you know, perceive a discount with the bigger sizes, so those are probably better.
I agree. And then like I was saying before, the 32 and the 24 ounce are both the same price for you, but for the customers you can retail the 32 ounce higher, so you do get an extra $1 per unit.
Good.
Yeah, so I would say, like you said, doing the higher volume would get you more in there.
Okay.
So for the 50 cases, at each of the stores, do you think you would want to do maybe 30 of them, like the 32 ounce? And then 10 of each of the 22 and the 64?
Yeah, that sounds like it probably work.
Okay. And so for those, as I mentioned, there is a discount, which is a 7% discount.
Great.
So that will apply. And then the advertising was the 40% reimbursement on any quarter page ad that you would run.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so I'll have you look over everything here. And with those, we can switch it up between the all-purpose and the glass. Did you want to lean more toward the all-purpose?
Yeah, probably. All-purpose usually sells better.
Very good. I'll have you look over everything here for me.
Okay.
And then I'll just have you sign at the bottom.
All right, looks good.
And then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and email you a copy of this order form as well. And then I'll be following up with you so that we can make sure everything arrives, and then to check and go from there.
Sounds
so
perfect.
I'll leave my card here with you if you have any questions, or if you need to contact me before I send you that email, then you can go ahead and do that.
All right, sounds great.
Thank you for meeting with me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Have a good day.
Thank you.